Yes! What's up, guys, and welcome back. So today we are talking about the local PE event of the year for myself in Europe, which is PEV Paris 2025. Now, this event consisted of 3 days. The first day was the night ride, which will be coming up very, very soon. Day 2 is the main PEV Paris showdown, an absolutely amazing, perfect track for this race, which involves the EUC community and the e-skate community battling off to see who is European's best. And then on the final day, we have a day trip back into the capital of Paris, riding with the local e-skate crew and a little bit of EUC riders, checking out the sights for a kind of more of a mellow final recap of the event. But that'll be more to come at the end of the video. Now, this night ride, when I tell you we just about made it with minutes to spare, the traffic in Paris was absolutely tragic and known to be a real pain in the arse. So we met up this group ride, a nice diverse group of riders with DIY, really nice strong EUC community and a load of Evolve. In fact, I brought my own Evolve, which I'll be featuring later on this channel, the Evolve Renegade Diablo Evolved only electric mountable. Anyway, let's get straight to the event and let's see what's coming up in this video. What's up, guys? So we are at the biggest European event of the year, PEV Paris Expo, and tonight is the group ride. We're going around the local city streets to check out what Paris has to offer. We've got EUC riders, DIY, raceheads, and this is the pre-ride for the biggest event of the year tomorrow. Track day racing, expert riding, and some prototype stuff, and looking at all the vendors and see what's coming up in the European market. So let's make this ride happen now. Navigate city, technical as hell. Not only have you got cars, you got bikes, e-bikes and everything. So yeah, we're checking out the city streets in Paris. We've got a variety of boards here, which is sick. We've got a lot of Evolves, actually, surprisingly, a lot of Evolves here in this event. We've got Entourers here, we've got some Trampers. We've actually got an old school Cali, which I really like, actually. EUC riders. Yeah, and we're just kind of navigating through city streets of France, checking out the local sites and enjoying this ride after a long ass journey from the UK. It's about 5-6 hours to get here from the UK. Now, this is one of the best things about e-skate, being able to go on these adventures and go to places and interact with the sea in a whole unique way. I'm over here in Paris's landmarks with a bunch of PEV e-skate enthusiasts and checking out the landmarks that no one else gets to see this quickly and in this way. It's such a unique and special opportunity. Right, that signs off this group ride for this evening. Absolutely epic day out. More to come tomorrow. Track day tomorrow. We'll see the European best riders representing from all over Europe. We've got London, Switzerland, Germany, France, all over the shop. People aboard coming over to see who is the king of the e-skate and EUC world tomorrow. Now, summarise of the night ride. It's actually more of one of the most amicable, more civilised group rides I've done on the channel for a very long time. The etiquette of the EV rider that day was really outstanding. Stopping at red lights, allowing pedestrians to cross, and having that overall respect of the community. What's nice is they kind of cap the top speed of this event. Don't get me wrong, I love a fast ride, but I also love more an inclusive ride. A ride where everyone can have their own kind of accessibility, if you will, to these events. You can come with anything like a bioboard, four-wheel drive monster, to like a little Meepo, kind of your first ever board. And seeing Paris at night was a very unique perspective to see. Anyway, let's talk about day two. So at day two, we went to the main event tracks. We only had one accessible to us. Actually, I'm wrong. We actually had two accessible to us. There was a massive, like, Porsche 911 event going on with racing going around the outside of the event. It was really cool to see like those supercars, those really high performance cars racing around the outside of the track. And then we had two tracks allocated to us. A demo track to check out what kind of boards are coming out in future times, and also the main racetrack. So there's accessibility for everyone. But one of the main problems of the event, there was a lot of rain for this event. But what I loved about this event was the boost. Anyway, let's get straight to some of the highlights of the PEV race event. It gave me some limitations on what I could really film for this event, so I kind of tried a different spin for this one. And because the EUC riders were kind of dominating the racetrack because they could ride in the rain, I got a lot of photos taken. And also we had like a bit of a break in the weather for a little while, so you're able to get the board riders out there as well. Surprisingly, there was no real technical difficulties I could see at the event with the boards, even though there was heavy rain at time. So let me share with you some of the highlights from the event. So that was the conclusion of the second day, and then the final day coming up, we go back into Paris for a day ride. But first of all, we need to get to the event. Now, the Evolve Renegade Diablo has a 12S4P. Now, from the hotel to the event, it was just way too far to ride there with that battery. I was with a couple of EUC riders, Tilo, who came third, I believe, or fourth overall. Yeah, fourth overall in the racer division. And Ahmed, who was the third fastest lap time of the event. In fact, this was his first ever race event. He is actually from E-Scooter Clinic, based in the UK, and did an absolutely amazing demonstration of his skills. And he done absolutely amazing, so well done to him. So we went to this event. I took the Diablo with me, and I was kind of concerned because we had to get the train there, and then it was like another 5 miles to get there. And I don't necessarily ride economical, and I kind of blitzed my board over there. So it was very close to see if I'd actually even make this event and then charge up with enough time to get there. So let's get over to the event and see if we don't use up too much battery so I can take part in the group ride.
Whoa, fucking hell, Tilo. Tilo!
I saw the bike in the middle.
I'm sorry about your scene, you almost killed me. Oh look, a Burger King again. Another Burger King. Oh, noodles. Yummy. I'm gonna say sorry to the nice bus driver.
I wanna drown inside this. I wanna drown inside this. Go down an eye, like I kept. I ain't never had a vibe this vibrant. And we're all so shiny with that 3-eye vision. Take this moment, I'ma die inside it. I am pariah, I am Mariah. Words they carry, don't trust the silence. Gotta fill it all up, like to my phone screen, ultraviolet. This ultraviolet.
So finally we arrive at the event, and then my board's at 70%. Now we've got about a 10 to 15 mile ride ahead of us. On AT, off-road riding, that would be quite concerning, but streets I wasn't too concerned about. But we did have enough time to charge my board to get a little bit more power. So I go there, the first thing I do is see if I can find a charger. Now the charger that comes to this board is a 5 amp charger, which is a plenty enough power to weight ratio. It's not a massive charger, but it's enough to kind of have not too heavy in your bag and give you the charging time you need. And I just about charged it to 100% in time. I was there for about an hour, and it took me an hour to get to 70 to 100. Not exactly, but within that time I was able to get enough charge to get on this epic group ride. So that summarises PEV France for 2025. Overall, how was the event? I think this is kind of giving me Escape Con year 2/year 3 vibes. everyone's coming together, very much community focused, and it was really great to see everyone together celebrating electric transport. We had bikes, we had EUCs, we had scooters, we had one wheels. We just had a nice, rich, diverse of riders, and I think having a PEV Expo for me is the way to go, and then strengthening us as a community. This sport is niche enough. We don't need to just have e-skate or EUC or one wheel. If we have everything together, it gives breaks throughout the day for people to charge up their EVs and kind of socialise a bit more. So I think the format of this event was really, really good. However, the weather wasn't the best. We did kind of lose a lot of time as a result of that. But I think year 2, if it's the same venue, just hopefully we get nice weather. That's all we need, and a couple more stands for some businesses to come to kind of demonstrate what they got would be an absolute brilliant chance to see what's coming out in 2026. But I'm really excited to see Matt and the Czech Republic team did an absolutely amazing job seamlessly throughout the event, and being able to adapt with the limited weather conditions was really, really amicable, and you guys did absolutely amazing. So thank you so much for hosting them. So the reason why I really wanted to form the Renegade Diablo Voice event is because I wanted to interact with Paris in a very different kind of way. I really wanted the opportunity to interact with the city with like an urban assault mountain board vibe, and I felt like this board was perfect. It's lightweight, charges in a good amount of time, good power to weight ratio, and enabled me the ability to kind of jump up, go up curbs, hop off curbs without any worries of like doing any damage. The board performed absolutely amazing. The only thing I wish I had were some bindings. Now it was instant some bindings, but I was missing some pieces. But however, I have got some new bindings which I'll be featuring on the board real soon. But I will be featuring a full review on that board very, very soon. So if you've got any questions, anything you want me to highlight, please put in the comments section below, and I'll put that as part of the review coming up very, very soon. But overall, the Evolve Renegade Diablo Force Fit was absolutely awesome, and if you want to look at getting one yourself, hold out. The review will be coming soon, but if you can't wait any longer, there'll be a link in the description for a small discount code to give you a bit of money off to get your own board yourself and interact with your city in your way. Anyway, overall, PEV Paris was an absolutely epic event, and I'm really glad I went. Had such an amazing time, and I can't wait for next year. Anyway, guys, I'll see you on the next one where we feature the Renegade Diablo. Peace.